There have been reports of an airstrike that has hit the Nuseirat refugee camp in central Gaza. Joining me in the studio now, our military analyst, Sean Bell. Hello there to you, Sean.
Afternoon, Sam.
Talk us through the reports around this airstrike today. What has happened? Where is it?
The truth is we don't know that much about it at the moment, but as you say, Nuseirat refugee camp, we've heard reports that early this morning it was struck by an airstrike by the Israelis. 24 people killed, we understand. About two-thirds of those are women and children, according to the reports of these people going and the bodies going into the local hospital. It follows a tragic series, another attack on this refugee camp 2 days ago, where there were also a number of casualties. All of this, though, is linked to aid, because the refugee camp, and it's an aid distribution centre, it just shows the desperate situation on the ground at the moment. Law and order has broken down.
Yeah, the total paucity of security, as we were hearing from
exactly
that guest
right,
there.
And it seems to be more a survival of the fittest, which is complicating all the efforts to get aid out.
Talking about aid delivery, we have seen this temporary jetty, sort of quite primitive, being built to allow access for this open arms aid ship. Talk us through, sort of procedurally, how does the aid get from that ship to where it's needed?
Well, as you were hearing from the earlier guest, there's no shortage of aid. The challenge is getting it across the border. Now, the best way of doing that is by land, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, the Israelis are not allowing the sufficient quantities of aid across. As a result, we've heard literally the Germans have been doing airdrops today. This is a picture of the first of their airdrops, 4 pallets of aid that were delivered from a C-130 Hercules from about 3,000 feet. And they're expecting to continue. We've seen quite a lot of this happening. But the challenge is that each of those delivers 0.2% of the daily need. So politically, it's important, but actually the difficulty is getting volume. Volume by sea is the answer. The Open Arms, which we're seeing pictures of here, was a vessel that left Cyprus on Tuesday this week. It carries about 200 pallets. It's also got about 200 tons of rice on that little white thing that's floating near you on the far side. The challenge is how to get this ashore. We thought that they'd be using a fishing village, a fishing place up just north, but they've been building this little jetty. It's about 60 metres long, and they've literally just been shoveling gravel into the ocean to try and build a temporary. So you sort of go, well, why on earth wouldn't they use the established port? You can see the Gaza fishing port is just up the way there. Part of the answer to that is exactly the question you're asking, which was about security. If you look at the Gaza fishing port, it's right in the middle of the urban area, surrounded by buildings, really difficult to provide a security environment. Whereas down to the south of the jetty, it's much more open land, it was much simpler. And if we zoom out again further as well, the other thing that's vital here is that actually the jetty falls. See this white line that goes from me up to above your head there? That is the man-made road that Israel has built from Israel's territory to the Mediterranean. And the actual jetty is literally just slightly further north of that. So if the Israelis were to provide security environment, then it would be a lot easier for them to do that in that environment. And let's face it, whilst this ship is only going to provide 3% of the daily requirement, all this is a test case, because when the Americans get that pontoon up and running, it's going to deliver 2 million meals a day. And that will be a major challenge, not only to offload, but also distribute.
So this is a blueprint that could...
Feels like it's a bit of a blueprint.
All right. For now, Sean, thank you.